What we have here is a ghetto rig electric drift trike I made for my senior project. It took about 3 months to make, and it worked a successful mission and everything. So I'll get to the review of everything and what parts I used, and I'll put in the description of all the parts I used and the prices of everything. Alright, starting off, we took a front little kid's 18-inch, I believe, a bike, and we chopped it in half. Chopped it there where the switch is, and down here we can see the weld marks right there. Then we kept. You might be asking, where's the throttle? And there's no throttle. There's full power and no power. So on and off switch. That's it. Because we don't fuck with the throttle life. Since the bike bolt wasn't big enough, so I chopped this, which is a peg, and usually they have an indent, like a little metal thing, like a little bit higher from here, and we chopped it with a metal saw so it can be threaded in here. The seat is part of a school chair that we got from our dumpster, and we just bolted it on the frame. So in the back, the original idea was to make a metal plate right here, but this motor right here had too much torque in it because we were not using a throttle, so it just bent the metal plate. So now we're using just a wooden panel because it was thicker and stiffer. And this is the specifications on the motor. And we use two 12-volt batteries right here. And we hooked it up in a series. There's no key, but this can be your key. This wire right here, you can just pull it out right here, and that's your automatic key because they wouldn't know. And what we did is we used two pillow bearings right here, and I'll keep all the items I used, materials I used, and all the prices I used. It turned out to be $198.98 exact. And we used a 14-inch live axle. Not 14-inch, that's $14 live axle. And I think it was 34-inch or 36-inch. And we used these two wheels that we got from Harbor Freight. And these pillow sleeves, we got it from a Drift Trike website. Keep a few videos on how it did with my trainee. On this motor, it came with a D-bore size sprocket. So what we did is we bought a number 41 sprocket and another 41 sprocket. And this one right here used to be, we got two of them, and we just chopped it in half and welded it onto the D-bore sprocket. So it made it so it can just work on the thing. This is one part of the project that was hard, which was these Harbor Freight wheels. They had a bearing inside of it. So what we did is we took off the bearing and we just stuck the live axle in there. And this was not a hollow axle. This was just straight steel. And what we did is we drilled a hole through each steel, and we just kept a little pipe on there, and we just bolted everything on tightly and successfully. And on here, on the pillow bearings, they come with let's see, you can get on this side, or I believe you can see it. The set screws on each side, on one side and the other side, and the set screw on the sprocket itself. And I'll turn it over just to see if you guys wanted to see the frame. I'll turn it over right now. So we used an octagon frame, and we welded all sides together, and we had a extra support beam right there to be welded on there. And for our tuba, we just used a normal wooden plank, and we cut out edges on the little sockets or something like that to the panel, so we can get bolted down on there. So, and the weld jobs are pretty fantastic, even though we used a crappy MIG MIG welder by Harbor Tech, Harbor Freight, whatever it's called. So here it is. And for the exterior paint, we used an army green paint job, matte army green with black little like rim and everything, and these stickers right here. You might have seen the electric drift trucks that are front wheel drive with electric disc on the front, but we are not no Honda Civic Racer motherfuckers right here. We are rear wheel drive down here, so we don't fuck with front wheel drive cars.